easy. Being easy is one of the toughest challenges anybody could put on themselves to make everything in life easier for themselves. And today we have someone very special in our channel that we've never seen. Well, this is only video number 2, but I want to present to you guys my very dear friend, Javier. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you, man.
He's going to be talking to us along in this conversation about his experience on his first time doing the East Coast
Lariat.
Yeah, that's the name for the Vermont trip, the East Coast Lariat. He's going to be a series on that. But this is going to be his second run around. This will be my first time. And I just want him to share with you guys his experience, you know, about his planning, what he was thinking, what we could do better this time, you know, this second shot.
I think, I mean, I told you about this a lot of times. I think that the first time, it was my very first long trip. At that time I had this poster and I was thinking on writing this poster to New York, but it was not working really well. So I decided, as usual, to get a new motorcycle. And I was looking around, seeing different options. Obviously, I like Harleys. So one of the most popular bikes to do long distance are the Electra Glide and all the touring bikes. So I was looking for a 2000 to 2008 Electra Glide, and I finally found one, I think that a week and a half before the trip.
Holy damn.
Yeah, so it was it's an old bike. It's, I mean, 2007, and the guy was not riding the bike a lot. I had to figure out a lot of things.
Yeah.
And with the pressure that I had to leave in 2 weeks. That is going to be completely different this time because I still have that bike and I have already changed the oil and all that stuff. But back then, it was, you know, that kind of thing that you can prepare.
Yeah, of course.
Before going. And so I think that part of the trip, that is the basic thing, that is the motorcycle. And that it was my first experience with that motorcycle, that just had a little bit of probably stress during the first days. Everything was new to me. When you are crossing states, you know, you don't know what is going to be there. You don't know the people that is going to be around you. You don't know the animals that can, as potentially when you are camping, attack you. I mean, I did some research, but honestly, not a lot. So I was kind of a little bit blind. That also plays a good role in the experience, in the sense of, I think that if you know a lot of things about the place, a lot of things that had happened on that place, a lot of things that can attack you, things that can happen, you are going to have that in mind with you. I think that this time I'm taking more time to prepare myself mentally, because I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary to take some time to think about the experience that you are going to face and be realistic with yourself. Be realistic in the sense that you are going to be alone for a long time. I am very good with, you know, staying by myself and alone, but even with that, at some point you are going to feel you're going to be talking to yourself a lot inside your helmet.
I feel like it might be the right time that, for example, people like you and me, that we live here in Miami, that is an extremely busy lifestyle. Our day-to-day is working constantly, always doing something, always busy doing something, and I feel like a lot of people like us don't really cherish or look forward to spending quality time to work on themselves. And I'm not talking about, for example, going to the gym or things like that. I'm talking about actually paying attention to what your mind is calling for or what your body might need. It's a time how Javier is explaining that mental connection with yourself.
And it's funny because the same situation, it can feel and look completely different depending on your mindset,
Perspective.
on your perspective at the time. And I'm not saying that because, I mean, you have to mentally prepare because you have some kind of problem. It's not that. It's more about to free your mind to really enjoy that moment that you are living, that is unique, and you are not going to experience again. Even saying that this is my second time doing it, but as I was saying before, it's going to be a completely different experience, and you have to prepare yourself to experience that.
Of course, because when it comes to trips like this, and it doesn't necessarily apply to trips that are 1,000 miles plus. Imagine we're talking about just your regular day-to-day. Let's put this example towards that. We are planning this trip that's going to take us about 15 days, and we need to plan for, I think it's like a 5,000 mile round trip or something like that.
Yeah.
We have to plan our gear, when we're going to leave, our stops, where we're going to sleep. If the place where we're going to sleep doesn't work, we have a backup plan. The places where we have to ride through, the people that we're going to meet along the way. But all those things planned is just a great thing, you know. It's part of my personality, planning. I have to be prepared and open-minded that if those things don't happen to the T how it was prepared for ahead of time, it's up to me to make that decision if I'm gonna enjoy myself or not, if I'm gonna have a great time or not. It's your decision. If things don't go to the plan, what are you gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I think that you have to really understand that everything is part of the experience. Even if you get a flat tire or something's happened,
Even the breakdown.
if something happened to your bike,
it could happen. We don't talk about it, but it could happen.
Yeah, we are in theory prepared. We have our tools for whatever we think that it could potentially happen. But at the end, we don't know, and that's what an event
perfectly fine.
Is about, you know.
That's perfectly fine.
The point is, how do you deal with that situation? Is what is going to define your experience of the trip.
Being easy.
Being easy.
Being easy. It's okay to not know. It's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to not have a solution prepared. It's okay to just be daring and putting yourself in situations that is just simply meant to happen in your life. You know, that's one of the things that I'm extremely excited about this trip is the unknown. And that is something, you know, that I've had to work on to prepare for this trip, to actually be excited for things that I don't know what can happen, what can't happen. It's just a matter of perspective, you know? Being easy on yourself. Don't judge yourself or don't press yourself for not meeting the goal that you're supposed to meet that day. If, for example, we weren't able to complete the X amount of miles we were supposed to complete in a certain day, you know...
Don't go crazy, man.
Don't go crazy, really.
Don't crazy. I remember that when I was coming back, I rode from Virginia to Miami one day.
Mother of God.
And I think that was around 12 hours.
12 hours straight?
Straight.
Why? Why would he do that? Were you like, were you in a rush?
No. But the thing is, what you were saying before, it was on my plan, my schedule, you know, to get home that day. So I say, I have to do it because I have to do it. And that is not the right way of doing these kind of trips. And it's what you are explaining. You have to learn how to really read your body and your mind to say, hey, the best decision right now is, to take a break, sleep here, like in a good hotel or somewhere, and continue to read tomorrow. Because sometimes we say that safety riding a motorcycle is about how you ride, about your tires, about your brakes. But if you are tired and you are pushing yourself like 12 hours in a motorcycle, no matter how skills or experience you have, it's not
Jesus.
going to.
Where is the fun in that?
I remember I put myself in situations that I don't want to be on those situations again. If nothing happened, thanks God. But those calls that saying, okay, I'm pushing myself too hard.
Another thing I wanted to add was that I'm extremely grateful, that I know there's a lot of people out there with families, jobs, commitments, that they don't have the opportunity to take a trip or set themselves a goal this massive in their lives. There's a lot of people that run their entire lifetimes without going through something like this. And that's something that I keep in mind always, that this is a privilege that we're gonna take. It's a privilege to be able to ride our motorcycles in safety, with good company, outside of the state as long as we need to, without any schedule or anything like that. The only schedule that we have is the one that we put for ourselves. But that, it's a privilege, and you cannot forget that you're supposed to have fun.
It's the main thing.
It's the main thing. You don't forget to have fun, please. And the only person that could take that away from you is yourself.
Yeah.
You are the only one in your mind, inside your helmet, going through mountains, waterfalls, forests. You're the only one that has the power to take yourself away from all of that amazing experience and put yourself in a mental jail that you're supposed to be doing something, or you're supposed to do whatever. It's about that. It's about connecting with the experience. Be that leaf on the river going downstream that is just supposed to head where they're supposed to head. And the trip will end where it's supposed to end. Everything that's going to happen in our experience that we're going to go through, it's going to be a blessing. Mm-hmm. It's going to be happiness. I cannot wait to show you guys what we're about to see.
Yeah. We should record also this video after the trip.
Oh yeah. Yes. We're going to make a part 2.
Because
we're going to make a part 2.
Can you imagine that it's completely different?
This shit sucked. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna make a part 2.
It's going to be fun to see,
And I'm extremely happy that you guys are here with us right now, because it's sensational that I'm able to document this, and you're gonna see the actual footage of the trip, and you're gonna see what's going on in real time about how we feel, what's going on. And I want this to be recorded, that I'm extremely happy for this trip right now, and I'm excited. And we're gonna come back to a part 2 of this video, possibly a few weeks after we rested from our trip, just to tell you what actually went through our heads.
It's going to be amazing. I'm really excited also to have you on this trip.
Thank you. I'm excited to have you, man.
It's going to be a really good experience, and I think that we are going to meet a lot of people also. A lot of people, a lot of places. Riders with a lot of experience.
Way more experience
than we have. and potentially, I think that we can also invite them to the channel.
Of course. So yeah, guys, this is just one of the many conversations I'm glad you guys are part of about the mental health and the mental preparation for motorcycling in general. It's a mentality to have. And once again, I'm just so happy you guys could be a part of this conversation. If you're laying in bed right now, or you're watching this from your job, or you're just after work seeing this in a couch, it's because you're meant to be part of our conversation. and I'm very happy you're here. I'm very happy you're here, and Benji, our special guest. And I can't wait to show you guys everything else that we're preparing for this trip. So if you guys want to follow this along, just like, subscribe, follow me. It really motivates me to continue doing videos like this. And this is Alex signing off. See you guys next time.